Hello and welcome to Startup Gippsland Live, a place where both budding and established regional founders can feel right at home. We're here to inspire you to take the path less travelled, to make your idea a reality, and most of all, to hone your entrepreneurial skills so that you can grow and scale your business and realise your potential. Get ready for this episode of Startup Gippsland Live. Now here's your host, Zoe Doyle.
Hello and welcome. I'm so excited to have you here for the first ever episode of Startup Gippsland Live. I'm your host, Zoe Doyle, and today I'm talking to the wonderful mum, wife, influencer, and of course, business boss lady, Rebecca Little. Rebecca is a Gippsland-based blogger, influencer, wife and mum, and founder of Little Miss Period. She grew up in Altona and spent VCE floating between Melbourne and Gippsland Lakes before completing a Bachelor of Commerce at Monash University. Beck loves Instagram for its ability to connect her with so many people, and she enjoys sharing all things fashion and lifestyle. Little Miss Period was established with a purpose to educate and support young women experiencing their first period, and has grown from there to inspire awareness of the importance of continuing that care throughout womanhood. Beck, welcome and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited to be here. This is my first podcast I've ever done. First one I've had the chance of doing because I am very busy.
I love it, and I'm so excited to introduce you all to Beck's awesome business and hear more about your life and how you actually juggle it all with 3 kids and a business and a Instagram as well. So yes, very busy.
It is a juggle. It is a juggle, and I'm not going to say it's easy, but yeah, we get there at the end of each day.
That's
one day at a time.
Yeah, I love that. So Becky, you've recently launched Little Miss Period, which is empowering and informing young women on all things periods. What sparked this idea?
I think it wasn't something that was sparked. It's something that I've thought about for a long time, and I guess I saw the need for it. There are obviously a lot of brands out there who can probably do similar things, but I wanted to make it fun. I wanted to make it an enjoyable experience for young women. I think if you do look out there on the market at what's out there, it can be quite daunting and quite scary for a young woman and even a mother. I've had so many mums come to me and thank me for making it fun and making it a conversation starter, and for the ability to turn it into table talk. It's not too serious. It's something that all women endure, and I wanted to make it as comfortable as possible for young women to talk about.
Yeah, because I know for myself, being a woman, back when that journey started for me, it's such a taboo subject, and it was something that was very private and it was embarrassing to talk about. But I have to say, as a lover of all things puns, I love your brand.
Yes, it had to be included.
Yeah, it's really, really great. So, Becky, you juggle 3 kids, your business, and you work as an influencer. How do you do it all? And do you have any tips for mums or mums-to-be who are on their own startup journey?
I think regardless of what's put in front of us, the juggle is always going to be real. Being a full-time mum is a job in itself, and not a job that we get a lot of credit for at the end of the day. But adding in a few different careers, being an influencer and a blogger and a business owner, I think it comes down at the end of the day to hard work. Like there were many, I remember when the twins were newborns, like I was still up at 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, making sure I was getting back to emails and making sure I was organised. And I think that is one of the biggest keys to my success, is that I'm a very organised individual, and I've heard that there's a saying, it's not about luck, it's about preparation, and that is the ultimate key to my success, is that organisation and that preparation. And I get not a lot of people want to live their lives like that, but I guess that is what I can contribute my success to.
Yeah, and I suppose too, if you're finding joy from the work and the businesses that you're pursuing, it doesn't feel like while it is still a grind, it's something that, you know,
I'm
it's not
absolutely
tedious to do.
so passionate about what I do, not only with my business but also blogging, and I enjoy it. I have fun. My family are along for the journey with me. They love what they're doing as well. It's never like a forceful thing. I make sure that, you know, we're living our lives as well. And I'm very lucky that we get the opportunities that we're given. And yeah, with that, obviously it comes with its challenges, but we just try and embrace, I guess, every... Come over here. We've got a joiner.
We've got one of the three here today with us.
Yeah, and we have fun, don't we? We have lots of fun.
And this is how you juggle it.
Yeah.
You're a mum and a podcast guest at the same time.
Exactly.
And
I think, like, what time is it? It's like 11 o'clock, and before today I've fed 3 kids, bathed 3 kids, gone to the gym, taken 2 to daycare. What else is on our list today? It's pretty long always, isn't it? We're very busy.
Yeah. Oh, well, good on you for doing it all. So, Beck, you've amassed an impressive following and personal brand on social media. In what ways do you believe that this has contributed to the success of Little Miss Period?
I think a lot of people that are on the journey with me through Instagram can connect. I'm very relatable. I don't shy away from the real life. I'm honest. I like to show our lives as genuine as possible. Obviously, through Instagram, people are only seeing 5 minutes of our lives for the day. And yeah, I like people to know that there is a real side to Instagram. It's not just the glam photos and the fun events. We do have our ups and downs, and I've shared mental health issues along the way, and over the last 2 years I think we can all understand the mental impact of what's happened, and just sharing the real life as well. And I think that feeds through to the business as someone they can come to and trust. And knowing that I'm quite an open book and they can ask any questions that they want, and I'm there to answer them. So, and I think that if you ask any of the people that follow me, if they ever ask me a question, I'm always straight back replying. And I think that's something that can get lost in social media and the Instagram world, is people lose their ability to connect, and that's what we were here for to begin with. So as I said, as much as it's glam and fun and all of that, and I think we have to try our best not to lose ourselves in it, and make sure that we're still there to be able to connect with people.
That's so true. Yeah. Authenticity is so essential, because at the end of the day, like if you're talking from a business standpoint, people buy from people, not from brands. So,
absolutely. Yeah,
that human element is so essential to enable you to do that and build that following and have people that love and trust you and refer.
100%. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Much needed in this space.
Definitely. And sometimes like even I think the space is too big for me, and I'm like, is my voice powerful enough? And when I have those moments and I doubt myself, like I'll often get some random message and it perks me right back up, and it allows me to know that I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that you are. As a follower of you, I love your content.
Good.
We think you're amazing. So Little Miss Period is also achieving social impact. Could you tell us a little bit more about Share the Dignity and why it's so important to you?
So, it wasn't last year, but the year before. I'm getting confused with all the years now. 2020. So they put a call out on social media, Share the Dignity, and they reached out to influencers, and I think I'm getting a bit too familiar with the space, and I know that people often put calls out and people will say they will help and don't often follow through. So I was like, do you know what? This is something I love, I'm passionate about. It's something that I couldn't imagine my children ever going without, the need for period products. And I also put myself in my mum's shoes. So my mum left my dad when I was 3 years old due to domestic violence, and she left in the car without anything. Wow. Literally the clothing on her back, and we started from scratch, and I couldn't imagine what just a little bag of essentials would have done for her back then. And they have a saying that, you know, period products should be a right, not a privilege. So yeah, I just wanted to keep going, I guess, with that message, and within a week I reached out to my audience and I said, can we do something? And we raised about $40,000 in product.
Wow.
and money, and we were able to put together 350 bags, and that was just in a time of need for so many women going through homelessness or fleeing a domestic violence situation or just really having a hard time. So, and that was around Christmas time in December, so I was really happy that we could contribute, and I guess from there I just wanted to help as much as I can, and seeing, I guess, what's happening in our world at the moment, and particularly Australia, it's only getting worse, so we've got to put our hands up and help wherever we can. And I love what they do, and I love that they're providing access to period products for not just young women, but women of all ages across Australia.
Yeah, that's what an inspiring and heartbreaking story for you, but it's often those things that are so close to our hearts that lead to us having that passion to, you know, help other people who are in the same situation as potentially your mum was. And so do you donate proceeds from Little Miss Period?
So from each of the period boxes, we donate $2, which is the cost of one of the period packs, and they contain a couple of tampons and a couple of pads, and they go in the dispensing machines. There are dispensers around Australia, and they're usually located in lower socio-economic areas or schools. So it's nice to know that we're contributing in a small way, but I guess if each person puts up their hand to contribute, then we're all doing our bit.
Definitely, definitely. Sometimes, you don't think you're making an impact, but as a collective,
exactly,
it can make waves. So well done. I love that. I love that. So what's next for Little Miss Period? And do you have any words of wisdom that you can share to other aspiring founders who are out there looking to turn their passion into profit?
Little Miss Period, I think that I would love to branch out to maybe a school program. That would be the ultimate goal. Another ultimate goal would be that every young woman is equipped with what they need to get through their first period, and they feel confident and supported and ready to go. It's hard to give out advice to other startups, because still I don't think we would be in profit area at the moment. It's more so putting back everything we've made into the business to make bigger waves. And that's the ultimate goal, to have more reach and to grow the business bigger so that everybody in Australia knows about us. Yeah.
I think that's still so important to hear, Beck, because the expectation is that you launch a business and you make money straight away.
Oh, yeah, like we certainly have made money, but every cent has gone straight back into the business. And I think that is definitely a big thing that small business owners should be aware of as they're going in, that you're not going to make a profit straight away, and if you want to grow, then you have to keep putting it back
reinvest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to, educate our audience, whether they're from Gippsland or other parts of regional Australia, that it's a 3 to 5 year at minimum picture to actually get off the ground and then be ready for that next stage where you're ready to scale and really expand your reach. So I think it's very good for people to hear that.
Yes,
that it's not just, this picture perfect business is easy, because
exactly.
It's not, but it's worth it.
When I started and I invested the money into establishing the business, I said to my husband, what have I got to lose? If I help one young girl, I've done my job. And I know that I've reached and helped that many young girls and mums get through that journey. So, like, if it all closed down tomorrow, I'd be the happiest person alive. And I think that's what you essentially want to go into business for, to be happy at the end of the day. Like, it's not all just about money.
No, that's right. And I think a lot of
making a difference. Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of founders would agree, because there's much easier ways to make a quick buck.
Yes.
But we definitely do it because we love it.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Beck, it's been an absolute pleasure to sit down with you today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for
Sorry,
being
I was nervous on my first podcast.
Oh, you were fantastic. Now you've done one, you can do them all.
Oh, you're
time permitting.
Yes.
But it's so wonderful to hear all about your business adventures, and I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say I'm so excited to follow along with what's next for you and Little Miss Period.
Thank you.
So if you'd like to get in touch with Beck, you can reach out through the website littlemissperiod.com or through socials at littlemissperiod. So that's all for today, folks. Be sure to tune into the next episode, where I sit down with 2 people who are paving the way for building Australia's regional startup ecosystem. Until then, keep dreaming big, taking action, following your entrepreneurial pursuits, and showing the world that the best ideas can come from the smallest of backyards.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Startup Gippsland Live. Please be sure to subscribe, and if you're enjoying the show, we'd love for you to leave us a review. We can't wait to have you tune in again soon. For more great resources and business tips, make sure you head over to our website, startupgippsland.com.au, your home for Gippsland entrepreneurs.